Perfect. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Nnaishi from the Cap City, Pitori Mahlangi, and welcome to the Grounded and Fearless podcast, the podcast that is just for you. On this show, we are all about spreading love, life, and growth, as well as discussing unpopular truth. If you are new to the show, do the most, subscribe and follow. If you are a returning listener, thank you so much for the love. We really appreciate the support. And without any further ado, let's get straight to the episode. Enjoy. And welcome to the first episode of Grounded and Fearless of 2021, baby. On today's episode, we have the beautiful Libuseng Sakoane, all the way from the kingdom in the sky, Lesotho. Mwana, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited for this interview. I've been waiting. I've been waiting.
Yeah, I think we have been waiting. Yo. But anyway, we're here now. So, tell us an interesting fact or a fun fact about yourself.
This is such a difficult question because, first of all, what's fun? Let's start there.
Joe, I don't know. Fun is whatever you do that makes you happy, I think.
Okay, well, this is maybe not a fun fact, but interesting fact. I've never watched the movie Titanic.
Yo?
Yeah, and I feel like everyone has watched it.
Yeah, like you're the first person that I have personally met who has never watched the movie Titanic.
Yeah, I feel like I know it though. I've never watched it, but I'm pretty sure I know everything that happens.
Lies. I don't remember the character. I was about to ask you, like, what did Jack say to Mang?
To Rose. I'm pretty sure the girl's name's Rose. I've basically watched it.
Yeah, we all know Jack and Rose, the storyline.
Yeah, I guess. But still.
Okay, it's fine. And do you know that one of the engineers said that not even God could sink his ship? Do you think that's true or not?
True that he said that, or true...
True that he said that.
I mean, clearly it sank, so...
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think I've read it somewhere that he actually did say that.
Me too. Like, I've never had any, like, this confirmation on paper that he said that. Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of people who can confirm that he actually did say something like that. So I'm not sure about that.
That was a very bold statement.
I know.
Okay.
But anyway, if he said that, well, God did the most. Not in
Well,
I mean, God showed him who's boss. Let me put it like that.
Yeah. I get you.
It's, with Titanic, I kind of relate Titanic to 2020, Like, 2020 came in and just turned the world upside down, basically. Like, the year was split into two, and the year sank.
Literally. And it was unexpected, too.
Dude, yeah. Imagine. So, would you say over 2020?
No, because the virus is still here. And I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I read that India actually had its highest number of cases. So I was like, what? We're still doing this thing. So, yeah. The virus is still here. So 2020 is still here. But 2021 hasn't been the same. So things are a bit more normal. So, yeah. Yeah,
I mean, that's good. I mean, at least this year things are much better because I feel like we are a bit more prepared and we kind of know what we're dealing with. So things are going to be easier, if I can put it like that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
And would you say you've learned any lessons from 2020?
For sure. I mean, who hasn't? I feel like if you came out of 2020 and you're like, nah, I didn't learn anything, you need to go back. So what I learned, well, the biggest thing or the most important thing that I can think of is just the importance of community. Yeah. Because I didn't realize how much I needed people. I'm not really an extrovert, but last year I was like, no, this is not the way to live. So, yeah. And I just appreciated my friends and all of that because I didn't go home the whole year. So I stayed with a friend and she's basically family now. So that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. I think 2020 came with a lot of lessons for everyone. For me, I summarized 2020 as a year of abundance. 20 plenty. The good was in abundance and the bad was in abundance, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I think my biggest lesson was also like to appreciate, every single day that you get to see your loved ones. Because a lot of people lost loved ones. And also, like you say, in community, being in isolation, I think isolation is the worst punishment you can give a human being.
Yeah, so, we're meant to be in community. We're created that way.
Yeah, we were created for community. Relationship was actually there before creation.
Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
If you think about it, they said let us. So us is more than one person. There was a relationship before we were even created.
The Trinity.
Yes. Okay, coming to 2021, I came in this year with a mindset of like, with the lessons from 2020, I told myself I'll be trying new things. Personally, I started journaling this year. I have vision boards, and what would you say? Like, what could you share from like journaling and vision boards, like from your personal experiences?
Journaling is something that I've been doing for years, but I realized I usually journal on my bad days only. So then when I go back and read my journal, I'm just like, this is a mess. Like, is this my life? But I don't do it often, but I do it when I feel like I need an outlet just to express myself or to just center myself again. And what else was the question?
But like, do you use vision boards?
I don't. But this year, my sister made me make a vision board with her at the beginning of the year. I did. Like, I cut out all the things, all the words, everything I wanted to put on it, but I never hung it. So it's still at home. So, I don't really do vision boards because also I feel like it kind of limits me. Yeah, because then does it mean, like, what if my feelings change halfway through the year, but I already put stuff on my vision board? So I don't really like that.
Well, I mean, maybe you can get a digital one. You can just edit and move. But I don't know. For me, when I was doing research, when I was doing research about vision boards, I think they said like it helps when you see like the things you want to achieve, and it also keeps you sharp and always on the lookout for like things that are going to help you achieve those things. What I do with my vision boards, I don't put things that could change over time. Like, I would put things that I know I want to achieve at the end of the year. Like, the grades I want is something that I put. It's not like halfway through the year when I change, I'm like, no, I don't want these grades anymore.
Yeah.
So I like, that was just an example of the kind of things I put on my vision board, so that I know these things are like fixed things. Like, I know. I don't know. I put fitness goals there for the first time, actually.
But then what happens if the end of the year comes and you haven't achieved those things? Then what? Like, doesn't that sort of break down your motivation?
I mean, well, at least I know I would have tried, It's all about trying, Joe. If the end of the year comes and I didn't achieve them, and then it depends. If I didn't achieve them, knowing that I gave my best, I'll still be proud of myself. If I don't achieve them, knowing that I didn't even try to give my best, that's something different. I think, so I must just try and give my best so that whatever the outcome, I can still be proud.
Okay, I agree with you there, yeah. If you put it that way.
I also like with journaling for me, I remember when my friends would tell me I should journal, I'm like, why am I writing a journal? Like, guys, it's the same thing as a diary. But anyway, I gave it a try for like a few months, actually a month. So I've been journaling, but now I'm not as consistent anymore, which is something I want to get back to doing consistently every day. I used to do it every day, I would go in, put pen to paper and just write stuff. And some of my friends say, no, sometimes you just take a walk and then you find a leaf and you put it in the journal. I wasn't at that level yet. I think there's levels, so I was still the one who was writing things down.
You're still beginner,
Yeah, and there's actually some really cool benefits from journaling. The ones that I really liked was like, it actually relieves stress, it inspires creativity, it increases working memory capacity, and it keeps the brain in tip-top shape.
I didn't know about the creativity thing, but it makes sense now when you're saying your friends said sometimes you just put a leaf.
Yeah, you just put a leaf and then...
I'm not a creative person, I won't even lie. So maybe I should journal a bit more.
You should put a leaf in the journal. Yeah, I don't know, am I creative? I like to believe that I'm creative. I think I have a creative nature in me. When we did the aptitude test in grade 9, I think my highest thing there was design, which I was so shocked about. I was like, me, design, no. Yeah, I'm a low-key nerd.
A low-key nerd. Who? You? Please.
I'm a low-key nerd.
How? What's a nerd? Please define.
Someone who just chows books, man. Like
you.
Someone who's always within the books.
No, you're not a nerd then.
I'm a cool nerd.
Of course you're gonna say that.
Yeah. Anyway, to get to today's episode is titled what's this? Today's episode is about instant gratification. I'm just going to define it quickly. So instant gratification is basically the desire to experience pleasure or fulfillment without delay or deferment. So basically it's like when you want something and you want it now. So can you share any thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's a theme we see a lot in today's world, obviously. But I don't know how I feel about it in terms of me personally. I don't think it's a bad thing, depending on what we're talking about. But obviously it doesn't encourage endurance and perseverance and all of those things that you need. So, yeah.
I also think there's the good and bad side of it, actually. Because for me, I think the urge to get those things could actually be used to push you and to drive you to actually work and put in the work and burn the midnight oil. But also the pressure that comes with it, you know. So, I don't know. It's got two ways, the way you could see it. Have you heard of the pleasure principle?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It is basically the driving force that compels human beings to gratify their needs, wants, and urges.
Please repeat that.
It is basically the driving force that compels human beings to gratify their needs, wants, and urges.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think the pleasure principle ties in with instant gratification. So this driving force behind you wanting all these things is like the pleasure principle.
But then also if we link it with instant gratification, then like, for example, our parents or the older generation always say our generation doesn't work hard, we don't persevere and all of that. But then I feel like it's gotten to a point where they associate struggle with perseverance, and if you've struggled to get something, then that's good, that's how it should be. And sometimes it can be bad because, I mean, if you're looking at the pleasure principle, like, to feel good or that gratification doesn't mean that you should have gone through hell to get there. Like, it's not always necessary.
Yeah, it's funny that you're speaking about having to struggle to achieve something or to get somewhere. For me, I would say personally, I used to think like that. I used to think that, you know, when you follow all these motivational speakers, like the people that I really admire, like Steve Harvey, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, they all tell you about, I was homeless for a few years. Exactly. I lost this and this. So now in my head, I'm thinking, one day, something must happen.
Something bad must happen.
Like I must go through the most. I must shower in hotel rooms, in hotel room bathrooms or something like that. So that I can also like have a story to relate to. Like, you know, sometimes you don't have to go through the struggles, you know. I guess everyone's path is different, and it's not a bad thing that your way to success was not with struggles.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes your hard work is your struggle.
That's very true. Yeah.
I know. I'm just joking. And, you know, we live in a fast-paced world, né? So how would you say that this fast-paced world has affected you personally?
Personally, definitely, I don't think I'm someone who has a lot of endurance. Yeah. I'm very resilient. Like, I don't mind getting up every time I fall. I'll never say I'm completely done with something.
Yeah.
But in terms of endurance, like, I'm not someone who's very tolerant of pressures or difficulties and all of that.
Okay, now interesting. I see. And so, like, when you feel like you know, when you're falling, or when you feel like you're falling behind, or the world is just moving too fast for you, what do you usually do, you know, to slow things down for yourself?
First and foremost, anything that has to do with God, I just get so much peace from that. Whether it's prayer, reading the Bible, or worship music, I get really centered. But also it depends. If it's something like I feel like school's going too fast, I can't distract myself because I'll get even more stressed. So firstly, I need to do whatever is making me feel stressed. So if it's an assignment, I need to get it done. Then I can only relax afterwards. So yeah.
Okay, that's really amazing. So you don't like take a break and be like, I'll do this later, because I feel like that's gonna be counterproductive. Like by the time you come back, it's gonna stress you even more.
Thing is, if I take a break knowing I'm really stressed and it's due tonight or something, I'm not going to enjoy my break. I'll be thinking about it the whole time. So I just want to get it over and done with. Then I can relax and reward myself.
And when you're speaking about, finding your peace in God, I also relate to that, because even when I'm in high pressure situations or times, I always try my best to make time. I could be writing on Monday and I'll go to church on the Sunday evening. And for me, people think, why don't you study? I'm like, dude, we study differently. I could be stressed. I'll go to church and come back and then study it. Then when I come back, and then I'll be ready for the test on Monday. So I always also, in like your situations where you're stressed, I also like turn to the Lord sometimes. And I feel like when I'm there, it's different from taking a break, because there I forget about everything else.
Yeah.
Then I can just relax and just, enjoy the presence.
I agree. And also, other things that I do to slow down or to help me is lighting candles. This is actually something I started last year.
Okay.
During the pandemic, and I was so shook because it works wonders.
So you just light a candle?
Just light a candle, like scented candles or anything, and then you just sit there, listen to music or drink your coffee, anything, but candles do wonders. And then I also talk a lot. I'm someone who's very vocal, like about my struggles, especially if I'm going through something. I have to vocalize it.
It's good. Like, you must speak.
So I speak to a friend or my sister or something, but that helps me so much.
Yeah, that's good. I think I must get me some candles and actually try this out. I'm really gonna get me some candles. And like, also like this fast-paced world, I think it also adds to instant gratification, because now when you go on Instagram, when you go on like social media, you feel like your peers are moving ahead of you. So then I feel like it also burns in you to get, like, creates in you an urge where you want to get your things now, because you're comparing yourself. Like, everything's just moving so fast. Now you have like 21-year-olds owning buildings and houses and companies.
Crazy.
And you're like, guys,
what are you doing that I'm not doing?
Yeah, which bus did you take? Like, you not get the memo. So that's, I feel like the fast-paced world is really influencing us in a negative way, where we compare ourselves and put so much pressure on ourselves that sometimes it's really good to slow things down personally and just find yourself and center yourself again, then go at it again and just take one day at a time, one step at a time.
But it's actually crazy in terms of social media and you comparing yourself to people you don't even know.
Exactly.
So you don't know their story, you don't know what they did to get there, and you're already willing.
You cannot. You just cannot.
You cannot. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you a question, or a statement basically, that says, live in the now and enjoy every moment. What does that mean to you?
This is actually something that's so difficult for me to do. I'm always thinking about the future, or if I'm thinking about the present, I'll think about how it's going to affect the future. It doesn't have to even be big things. Like, I could be chilling with my friends and I'll be thinking, shouldn't I be using this time to study for later and all of that? So that's something I really need to work on. I'm usually not very stressed, but I stress a lot. I don't show it because people always say I seem calm and all that, but I am stressful. So living in the moment is something I can only do when I feel like I don't have a lot of responsibilities. So for example, in December, I feel like I mastered it. I live in the now.
You live in the now.
I don't worry about the future at all.
So you live your best life.
I live my best, and it feels amazing. So I always think, why can't I be this person throughout the year, not just during the holidays or something? So I'd love to master that.
But I also think that you can also bring it into like your everyday life, Because for me, I don't. How can I say? I live in the now, more than I should not be doing. I don't know. Like you complain about spending time with your friends. I don't. When I'm with my friends, I'm with my friends, and I'll see academics or whatever I need to do later. But for me, it's like things that I want to achieve. Like I'm always thinking of getting there and not enjoying the steps before that, which is, for me, like, that's my biggest problem. Like, with the degree we're studying, I just want to graduate already. I want to go there and put my gown on, do the most.
Have my degree,
yeah, and then vamos.
Sometimes it's difficult to enjoy. For example, if we take this specific degree example, our degree is so intense. So when you think of enjoying it, why are you smiling? Why are you smiling right now? You should be studying. So
yeah, exactly.
I get you.
Yeah, I mean, with what I always remind myself of is, like, I remember Vusi Tambakwayo was saying that if you have a 60-page business plan and you're on page 4, enjoy page 4 while you edit. So for me, that's like an example of living in the now, even with things that you don't necessarily enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're on page 4, put everything you have in page 4, learn from it, do the most, milk everything out of that situation. So that's where things change for me. Like, now I'm in the year that I'm studying. I'm gonna enjoy this year to the fullest. I'm gonna, every module I'm gonna, like, try. Some of them 8. But, like, I'm gonna really enjoy as much as I can from this stage, because you'll never get to be here again.
That's true.
You'll never get to live that moment again. So it's very important to enjoy every moment.
Especially because you don't know if the future's gonna be worse or what. So
exactly. Like,
might as well enjoy now.
Yeah, or like the future you think you might get, you feel like this could be better than what you're actually getting.
Yeah.
So it's very important to live in the now, even with things you don't like, even things that you love, especially the things that you love doing. Yeah. Okay, I think now we've come to the very, very exciting part of the show.
Okay.
Alright, so, like, I want to give you 3 questions. Basically, it's would you rather questions, and then you must choose whichever option works best for you, and then we'll see what kind of person you are. Actually, this is like personality review on 100.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, the first one. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late for important events, or always be 2 hours early to everything?
I'll definitely always be early. I respect time so much, and I hate being late. I hate it when people are late when you have appointments. So I'd rather be 2 hours early.
2 hours.
I'll find something to do. There's always something to do.
But what's 2 hours, Joe? A whole 120 minutes.
It's not a lot if you use it for something. For example, if I have a meeting and I'm 2 hours early, I could read. I love reading, so I always carry a book with me, so I use it to read or something. But being late could never be me.
Yes, Wanakia. I actually like that. They say punctuality is a trait of royalty.
Amen.
Solak, humming.
You already know what time it is.
Exactly. Okay, the second one. Would you rather have no taste or be colorblind?
I'd rather be colorblind. No taste. No, I love food too much.
Yeah, same. Imagine eating cardboard. Like, everything you eat is just the same thing.
Like, why am I even eating this?
Yeah, I would also just be colorblind. Like, it's not the end of the world.
Exactly. And I feel like a lot of people are colorblind, but I mean, they're still living life, so.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I mean, you can still live. I remember, actually, there's this other story thing that I read somewhere. Like, this husband or man was married to his wife. And then he had this favorite tie. So, like, he one day was saying to his wife, can you please get me my favorite green tie? And the wife is like, green tie. So now the wife is looking, and like, but you don't own a green tie. And I'm like, no, man, the one I always wear, the green one. And it's just like, but you don't own a green tie. So then he goes and he fetches the tie he's talking about, and then it's a different color. And then that's when they realize he's actually colorblind.
Hectic.
Like, all this time he didn't know. He thought he had a green tie. I'm like, yo, guys.
You see, and his life was unchanged.
Like,
so
he was unmoved.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world, guys.
Colorblindness, let's go.
Yeah, where's the food at? Like, We want to taste
the flavors.
Aroma and alles. Pizza is pizza. Burgers are burgers, not burgers and pizzas tasting the same. No.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather be able to change the future, né? Or change the past by just imagining it?
This is a difficult one because change the future how? I really don't know what the future is going to be like. But I'm not obsessed with the past, so yeah, let's go with the future if it means I can control it.
Yeah, I think it basically means you can control it. Like this bird that's flying up here, you can just make it go back or make it crash right in front of us. So that's like... Yeah. I don't know actually, like, it's past or future. Having your own, that's literally having the fate of your future in your own hands. Like, you can just imagine the kind of future you want to have, and it's yours.
Get it.
And it's yours. Like, no one can come argue with you. Like, no one can just be like, hey, no, it's yours. Own it.
That sounds amazing.
Own it.
That sounds so amazing. Yeah, no, definitely future. Need to control that.
Okay. I see. Okay, this is like the make or break. Like, this is like the core of this whole interview, actually. I'm just joking. But anyway.
Pressure.
Talk about pressure. On top of the stresses you have, I'm adding more. What does grounded and fearless mean to you?
Okay, so I'd break it into two parts, obviously, because it's two different words.
Okay.
So grounded to me is just knowing who you are and knowing what serves you, most importantly. Yeah. And then being fearless is just going for what you want, not being held back by your own fears or what other people might say, but shouldn't be a factor.
Syndrome.
Yeah, so that's what it means to me.
Okay, I like that. I really like that. Being grounded, knowing who you are, being fearless, even from your own fears.
Yeah, just living your truth, basically.
Wow, living your truth. That's really beautiful, guys. Really amazing. And we've come to the end of our episode. So I wanted to know if you have any last words for our listeners, our beautiful listeners.
I think just to be kind. Just be kind, be compassionate. You never know what people are going through. And besides that, it takes nothing from you. So just for everyone to continue being kind. We all know what a difficult year 2020 was. So that should give you an idea of how much compassion we all need in our lives. So keep being kind, guys.
You heard it. Be kind. Kindness is contagious. I'm joking. Smiles are contagious.
Even kindness, though. If someone approaches you with kindness, you're more willing to send out the same energy to them. So it is contagious.
It is. You must go to a drive-thru and pay the person behind you. Yeah, not the meal. Buy them a coffee or ice cream.
Oh, okay. I was like, hey, money though.
It's the money, guys. Hey, guys, the money, yo. We want to, mara, yo. We want to get, but guys, the chunkuras.
It's not allowing.
Yeah, it's not allowing. It's not balancing. Balance sheet. Counting students, where you at? Okay. Anyway, before you leave, I want to put you on the spot. Give us or dedicate a song to us. Yes. A song. It could be a song you're listening to, or a song you really like, or it's just a song that you feel like, you know what, you want to dedicate to us because you are kind to us.
This is so difficult because I listen to music, but not religiously.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of worship music. So if you're Christian, I'll dedicate the song Jaira by Maverick City Music and Elevation Worship. If you're not Christian, then something groovy, something you can dance to, guys. We need to be dancing in this life. So, there's so many. But just listen to the whole of Wizkid's album. That's a vibe. So I dedicate the whole album, just extra blessings.
Extra blessings to everyone. Yes. You get a song.
Literally.
Yep. Okay, I like it. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in today. And if you want to get in touch with Libuseng, the Instagram link to her account is in the episode description. You can find it there. Slide in them DMs properly. I'm joking.
Yeah, come correct. That's very important. Come correct.
Yeah, but you can catch her profile on Instagram and also follow Grounded and Fearless on Instagram as well. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
And with that, we have reached the end of our episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and being part of the show today. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow, and also leave a review, as this helps us improve the show, and we are then able to deliver better content for you to listen to and enjoy. So until we meet again, adios.